All right, I have right here the Cusimax Espresso Machine. I am gonna be testing this out, so if you wanna skip to that part, just go to this timestamp right here. But let me show you really quick everything that comes in the box. So we have user manual. It did come very well protected. Here is another little box, so we'll open that up in just a second. And then the espresso machine is in this egg crate material, and it came wrapped in plastic so we don't get any scratches on our brand new espresso machine. Voila! So in this box we have a cleaning brush, a grounds tamper, and then the coffee filter. All right, so this one actually comes with 2 filter options. So we do have the double cup and the single cup, and those just slip in with these little tabs right here, and you'll just drop it in like that, and then slide it so that it locks and secures. And now it doesn't fall out. This is gonna be nice to clean this filter as well as this part right here, because grounds do get stuck up there. All right, so on the bottom we have rubber feet to keep it from moving around, and those work really well. It's moving my table, not the machine. And then right here we have the drip tray, and both parts are removable and dishwasher safe. This part's metal, this part is mostly plastic. We do have a frother on the side right here. I'm excited to use that because I'm a little picky when it comes to my frothers. Some of them work really well, some of them do not. And then wrapped in the plastic around the frother was a little frother cleaner. It's this teeny tiny little pin that can go into the frothing hole to clean out all that hardened milk and buildup right there. Right here is where your funnel is going to go in, and they do have an unlock and lock icon right here just so you don't forget which way is which. So you're going to insert it at the unlock position and then move it to the lock position. It is a very tight fit, so I had to hold the espresso machine down to get it locked. On the side here, we do have the frothing and hot water function, and that's just a knob. The touchscreen on the front, which I'll show you during the test. This does warm up, so whenever you're making your coffee, you're gonna set your cup up here to warm it up so that the espresso stays warm as long as possible. And then on the back right here, we have the 34-ounce water tank. It does have a max line, so that's gonna be the 34 ounces. It also has a minimum line. The lid just lifts up like this. It does have a hinge. There's a little handle on the back to make it easy to put back in and also to take out. Going back to that lid, I love that you can just flip it open because you could get a pitcher of water and just pour it in there. But it is nice that it's removable because then you can take it out and fill it up or clean it easily that way. I have had espresso machines where the water tank was not removable, it was built in, and the hard water buildup was ridiculous. So very important to get a removable water tank. All right, so now that I've shown you all of the pieces, let's go ahead and test it out. So for this machine, you do have to make the espresso before it will let you steam. If you steam first, you'll have to drain the steamer before you can make the espresso. And we're just gonna use that tamper and lightly tamp that down. Don't press super hard, but just a light tamp will work. And don't go over the max line. So I did already turn it on. We're gonna go ahead and insert the portafilter and just turn that. And now we can go ahead and brew. And I'm just brewing a single espresso shot. It's gonna breathe that light like that until it's ready to brew. And it did take about 10 seconds for it to preheat, but now it's done. So that's what that shot looks like. Let's go ahead and give it a taste test. This is a 20 bar machine, so it actually tastes pretty good. Now we're gonna go ahead and froth. We do have to hit the steam button over here, and it'll breathe like that until it's done preheating. Put a towel under there, and I'm gonna turn it to on, and that water will come out, so just watch out. So it did start steaming, and this is no longer blinking. So I went ahead and just turned it to low right here, and I'm gonna stick the milk in and we'll start frothing. And just make sure your milk is in at an angle like this. Turn it all the way to steam, and then you'll pull it down until you hear that ripping paper noise. And you can do that as long as you want. I do like a lot of froth, so I'm gonna go for a while. And right after I'm done frothing, I like to clean this off. So I'm gonna use that wet towel and then just run the steamer again. Trust me, it's way harder to clean it after it's been sitting for a while. All right, so here is how well it frothed. It actually did a really good job. There's a bunch of micro bubbles on there, It's a really good foam. Pretty impressed with that. And yeah, that's just how you make a latte with this Cusimax espresso machine. The steamer was actually a really great steamer. I'm really picky with my steam wands on these espresso machines, and this one definitely passed the test. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you.